Hey everyone and welcome back. So today I'm back in Bloxburg again, as you guys can see, and today we actually have some very big news. So about 9 hours ago, the actual Bloxburg Hey Bloxburg account posted this right here, which is just kind of giving their reasoning for why they actually made this update and everything. And it is a very long piece of information, so I'm just going to break this down for you guys so you guys don't have to read that whole thing. But if you do, feel free, I'll throw it up on screen if you guys do want to read it yourself. But pretty much let's start with the first thing that they address. So the first thing that they have is the job updates. So as we know, jobs have recently gotten a revamp, which pretty much means that any job you do now all pays the same. And of course, there are people who do like this change and people who do not like this change as well. So for the first reasoning of why the Bloxburg devs actually did this was due to an unjust Bloxburg economy. And pretty much what they mean by that, like the Pizza Planet delivery job of just delivering pizzas was the most popular job in Bloxburg only because of one reason, is that it paid the most amount of money per pizza. Take other jobs, for examples, like Styles and Green Clean, or even like the Bloxy Market Supermarket, for example. Those jobs were pretty much being ignored because they weren't paying as high as the pizza delivery job. And the Bloxburg devs, they didn't want that. So they decided to pretty much revamp the entire economy system. Now, I know a lot of people, and I have given my input on this on the channel as well, but a lot of people were not happy with this change. Actually, this last Sunday, a whole Bloxburg revolution happened. It was extremely funny to watch. The 1700s got recreated all over again. So anyone wondering, are jobs going to get revamped? The answer to that is yes. They will be changed again in the future. At this moment in time, I don't believe that the Bloxburg devs are going to make any more drastic changes with the job system and whatnot. But in the future down the line, they will be actually changing up the jobs once again. So I have no clue when that will happen, but they do say that a majority of players will now be able to earn more money faster as they progress through the game. Some players have asked why we didn't raise all the job payments to match the highest paying ones, and that would be unmanageable in the long run and break the economy of Bloxburg. Yeah, so for anyone wondering like, hey, wait, so if I was like level 50 on pizza delivery or something, and I was making like, let's say $5,000 a pizza, why didn't you just do that if I was max level on, let's say, hairdresser, for example? It's because they didn't want to ruin the Bloxburg economy, which is self-explanatory because they also do hint that they want to add more jobs into the future of Bloxburg. They do say that they want us to be able to pursue different careers and lay the foundation for future job updates. Fingers crossed anyway, if we do get another Bloxburg map revamp, maybe it becomes bigger, maybe we have more accessibility to the map. Because let's be honest here, we have been on this map for quite a while and it's a great map, don't get me wrong. But hopefully with this new development team that we have, Coffee Stain Studios, we will be able to see a bigger and new map as well. So on top of that, the Bloxburg devs do say that they are also planning to launch a patch which will highlight the progression of a specific job versus the overall job progression, which I can see being useful because right now I feel like under work, so employee experience is the only thing you want to focus on top of keeping up your progress. Like within your job, you want to make sure that you're at 100% efficiency, and pretty much the jobs have just, like the leveling system within the jobs have become useless in my opinion. I did address this in my Bloxburg big issues update. So overall, for the main spiel of that Bloxburg job part that the developers talked about was pretty much them just saying, hey, we are wanting to pay the future of Bloxburg careers and jobs and payments. So therefore, we're going to try something new. We're going to keep making patch updates and trying to improve on how the job system actually works with the equal payment as well. I don't know if the equal payment will ever go away in Bloxburg. They may not, only just so there is a variety of different jobs. So you are not just stuck doing one single job all the time. Because they probably want us to be working at like other jobs and whatnot. If you guys actually worked the fast food worker, you will notice that you actually unlock build mode items based on your work level that you have leveled up within the game. And I think that's a splendid idea. I think that's great for us because it encourages us to keep working these Bloxburg jobs, because I'm just saying, if the delivery person was still the highest paying job, I would still probably be working delivery person. But now that fast food worker and everything is equal payment, I'll probably start working as fast food worker just to get up my skills. But in the future, we might see more things like that. For example, we might be getting special rewards and items based on your job level for pizza delivery. Yeah, but that was pretty much the main big thing that I know a lot of people were wondering about. And it is nice to see that the Bloxburg developers are listening to us, the community, and they are actually taking time out of their day to write this and give this to us on Twitter. Like, I kid you not, if you look at the Twitter post here, it has no description. It's just this from Coffee Stain Studios, just explaining like pretty much everything that has been going on and the decisions that they're making and everything. So I do appreciate that the Bloxburg devs are doing that and that they're not just leaving us in the dust and us being really confused and angry of why they even made this update in the first place. Putting the job and payment aside, if you guys did notice in the recent update, if you go to your house here, you have this new button right here, Pretty much when you click on it, it brings up this nice little menu here. But if you guys look right here, there is a house catalog. And when you click on this, there are a bunch of different plots you can choose from. All of these plots have currently been made by Roblox content creators that are part of the Bloxburg program. And apparently, I did not know this, by the way, if you click on it, you can actually just go ahead and view it from here. So for example, we have this one made by Pita Bread. He used the basement game pass and the large plot. It's a residential southwestern one, and they also give photos as well, which is really cool to see. I'm actually shocked I didn't know about this previously. But yeah, see, like they have different IDs here and whatnot. And honestly, this looks beautiful. This looks really cool. The developers actually don't want to just keep it limited to the Bloxburg content creator program. They did say on their little explanation here that the goal of the marketplace is for all players to be able to add their creations, but so far it has been hard for us to solve technically. Yeah, but the goal for Bloxburg in the future is they actually do want to make this available to everyone to post their builds on this house catalog here. They don't want it just to be restricted to the Bloxburg content creators. I think it's cool regardless that we did get a lot of new starter houses and whatnot. I think it's great. I know it's extremely hard to manage this kind of stuff because take Sims 4, for example. If you go into Sims 4 and look at their house catalog and whatnot, there are catalogs and creations from like different people all over the world who play Sims. And in Bloxburg, I think they're aiming for the same thing, but it is going to be very hard to manage and limit everything that actually goes on the house catalog. There's probably a lot of reasonings behind why the Bloxburg devs didn't just be like, here's the update, here's marketplace, go ahead and post your builds. Because there's probably going to be a lot of technicality with that and just going to be a major issue overall. I don't know how they're going to do this. I presume that hopefully down here, maybe there'll be like a plus button or something, maybe have like a search bar, or maybe even up here in like this little area, they'll have like a plus where you can add your house or something. And then pretty much you can like add in your own custom photos. And when you look through it, you'll be able to see right here, like this person, their tags, they put hospitality, apartment, traditional, and cafe. And then you can also like you get images to look at the place to see if you want to buy it in the first place. You get to list your price and whatnot. And also the content creators who did build this, Pita Bread, for example, he does not actually receive any of this profit right here. This just goes, I guess, to like our Bloxburg bank. There's actually no official place that the money goes. So maybe in the future, we'll get like 50% of the revenue, maybe 60% of the revenue from that. So that will be really cool and also really enjoyable because that means someone who makes a really great detailed plot, or maybe it's just like a really love simple starter house that just a random person made. They can put that on the marketplace. People can start buying it. They can get percentage off of that. Okay, another big thing that I know a lot of Bloxburg players don't like, actually two big things that a lot of players don't like, is both the towing fee and the fainting fee. First of all, they do state about the fainting fee, and I was right in my update video. They did just want to add some realism to the game, which is good because I do feel like otherwise in Bloxburg, we kind of just like neglect our moods because like right now, I'm not really paying attention to my moods. I actually have to go get up my moods right now so I don't have to faint. The Bloxburg devs in the future, they do want to start adding some more notifications for different type of moods that you have here. So probably when it's like at hunger 0, it'll probably like your character is starving or something. Make sure to grab a meal or get a bite to eat before you faint. And then they also do say, which is true, you can just interact with some of your backpack items in order to get up your moods. This fluffy unicorn does work to increase your fun. It does decrease your energy, but you can also just sit and play with the unicorn at the same time. I think that should hopefully make this only down to 1 negative instead of 2. But they do say here, we will also improve the way that we communicate how low your moods are based on your average moods and an additional notification on the GUI once you receive a fainting warning. So if I had to take a guess at that, it probably means like once you get the fainting warning, it'll probably pop up being like your moods are critically low or something. Make sure to take care of your energy, hunger, hygiene, and food and whatnot to restore your mood so you don't faint. Something like that. So for anyone curious, it does not seem like they are going to get rid of the fainting system, which, you know what, it isn't that big of a deal. I mean, yes, is it agitating to take care of your moods constantly 24/7? Yes, it can be, but it doesn't mean that Bloxburg devs won't be making patches. So it does seem like they are going to keep this in the game, but they're just going to make it easier to manage. Hopefully that they can make the marvelous moods maybe last about like 20 minutes or so, and maybe make like the regular moods for fainting about 10 minutes or so. Because I think that would be pretty reasonable, so you don't have to constantly be taking care of your moods, but they're still in a reasonable time frame. So as a bonus with the economic part of Bloxburg, they do say that excellent employee provide both the same benefits, such as an increased jobs earning. Now, one of you guys actually did tell me that they owned excellent employee and that they were max efficiency, but they were getting lower pay. I don't have a clue why that is. Maybe it is still based on what your actual job delivery level is. I don't know if that's a glitch or not. And then the last thing that the Bloxburg devs actually talked about was about tow fees. So obviously we are all familiar with tow fees at this point, and if you guys are new to Bloxburg, pretty much if you have a vehicle in Bloxburg, do not park your vehicle anywhere on the street or like the sidewalk. Make sure it's on someone's plot. What? Oh wait, that's different. So by the time I'm recording this video, the developers may have already posted that patch. And as you guys can see, all of the parking spots, because my truck isn't on a plot or in a parking spot, it is highlighting every current area for me to park. So I don't actually have to worry about anything. So as you guys can see, if I park my vehicle on my plot, I'll be perfectly fine. There is no tow fee or anything. But if I go ahead and park it on the street, these little UI areas of like a blue block, of a blue transparent block does pop up. So it signifies, hey, park here, make sure your vehicle does not get towed. But they do say here as a closing statement, our community managers are also working on a video which will go into more detail on the above, and moving forward we'll add more depth into our update announcements to help give you context on why we're making the changes we are. We love being able to wake up and work on this game every day and getting to talk to you guys and hear all of your awesome ideas. Fan art and memory is a huge part of that. Thank you for the support. The Welcome to Bloxburg team, Coffee Stain. So for anyone wondering, yes, the Bloxburg devs do care about us the players, and they do care about the game in general. They are constantly trying to make update changes and make little patches here and there to help balance out everything. All we need to do now is give the Bloxburg devs some time and they will figure everything out. It does seem like job equal payment will be staying for now. I don't know if they will end up changing it, but for the time being, we are just going to work with equal payment. And you know what? That's fine with me because it is fun to work the other Bloxburg jobs as well. That's pretty much going to wrap up this little explanation video of the Bloxburg developers actually addressing the main issues in Bloxburg themselves. I'm very grateful for this. I'm glad that they actually did address this themselves and kind of cleared some stuff up a bit, what their plans are with the future of Bloxburg, and just why they even did equal payment in the first place too. But overall, I'm very thankful that the Bloxburg devs actually are addressing this themselves. And all we have to do now, you guys, is just wait and see what the Bloxburg devs have in store for us.